Dear friends, welcome to another edition of tutorials related to data science. Today we'll discuss NumPy. Before I proceed, a small request to you all, please don't forget to subscribe our channel. We put a lot of hard work and your subscription will give us a lot of motivation. Now, why is NumPy important? NumPy is a powerful library in Python and it helps to work with arrays. NumPy also seamlessly integrates with other scientific computing and data manipulation libraries in Python, like Scipy, Scientific's Python library, Pandas data analysis library, and Matplotlib plotting library. Now let's go to NumPy, how to work with it. So first we import NumPy as NP. And then if you want to create an one-dimensional array or vectors, then you have np.array. You call the function array and you enclosed in square brackets with all the elements separated by comma. If you have a two-dimensional, same thing. Two-dimensional array is the same thing. You have all the rows separated by comma and each row enclosed in square brackets with all the elements separated by comma. And if you want to print out the one-dimensional array and the two-dimensional array, and it will print out all the elements. Now, if you use the NumPy function, then if you want to print zeros, np.zeros, it will create a vector, all the elements being zeros, 5 elements. Now, if you want to create ones, so what will do, it will create a matrix, 3 by 4 matrix, 3 rows, 4 columns, all the elements in the matrix being 1. 3 rows, 4 columns. Now, if you want use this function dot arrange, then it will go from 0 to 10, 10 not included, separated by 2, and so it will go from 0 to 4, 6, 8. It will print a vector of these elements. If you use linspace, then you go from, and it gives from 0 to 1 and 5 elements. That means there's 4 spacings. So you go from 0, 0 0.25, 0 0.5, 0 0.75, and 1. And it gives a vector as again. Now, if you look at the array attributes, now if you have an array, which is a vector here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the elements, you want the shape. So if shape of the array, it gives the dimension as well as the number of elements. And it's a one-dimensional array and it's a tuple, 5 comma. The number of dimensions is given by dot ndim, the size of the array given by dot size, and the data type given by int32. Int32 means this is 32 bytes of data and 32 bits of data and 4 bytes. So for each character. And so now we come to the size of the array. And the size of the array, shape of the array. So we come to the shape. So we have an array defined as 2 rows with 5 columns. And so we want to know the shape of the array. So it shows the rows and the columns, 2 rows, 5 columns. The dimensions, and it shows that it's two-dimensional array. And the size, which is that how many elements are there in the array, it is 10. And the data type is int32 as again. Now, if you come to the indexing and slicing, we have an array, one-dimensional array is a vector, 5 elements. We want the second element, which is 0, 1, 2, which is 30. The slicing of the elements we want a sliced version from 1 to 4 means first this is 0, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 not included. So 1, 2, 3, 20, 30, 40 it should be. Okay. And then here it means that double colon, you see that double colon means that it is all the way up to 2. All the way up to 2, 0, 1, 2. And it shows 10, 30, 50. Okay. So 2 is included in this. Now, for two-dimensional array using 2 indices, so I have a two-dimensional array which has 3 rows and each row has 3 columns. Now I want the print the array, which it does. Now I ask it to find the first row and the second row. One means the second row and the third column. So second row and third column is 6, so it prints 6. And you have the all the columns, print all the columns, and the rows from all beginning to 2, that is 2 not included, so 0 1. So first row and the second row and all the columns, so 1 2 3 4 5 6. And then you want another array to be created just like the first one, but you want all the rows and the columns same as the first array. So what you do is, first you initialize an empty array with a function empty underscore like, and it will be exactly same as the first one, but all empty. Then you take the length of the first array, which is for 1 2 3 3 rows, and so you run a for loop for I in range 3, and then for j in range 3, because you have first row has 3 columns, so 3 elements, length is 3, 3 columns, so means length is 3. And then you loop it array 2, I and j will copy each element. So it goes to the, for example, it goes to the I is equal to 0, which is the first row, and then it goes to j equal to 0 1 2, and then go to I is equal to 1 2 and so on, and give you all the elements. So if you do this, then you get exactly the same as the first array. Okay, now array operations. You have a array, one-dimensional array is a vector. Again, another b is another one-dimensional array, which is a vector. So a and b are defined. Now you add a and b. So 4 plus 1 5, 5 plus 2 7, and 6 plus 3 9. You get exactly that addition, 5 7 9. Add a times b, you have 4 times 1 4, 5 times 2 10, 6 times 3 18, 4 10 18. You get the dot product. Dot product is first element of a is 0 to multiplied with the first element of b, then first element of second element of a multiplied with second element of b, 5 times 2 10, and third element of a multiplied with third element of b, 3 times 6 18, and you add them up, it's all 32. Okay, moving on, reshaping the arrays. You can reshape the arrays. How do you do it? You use the arrange function to get a array vector 9 elements 0 to 8, and then you want to reshape it as a 3 by 3 array, 3 by 3 matrix. From a vector you are going to matrix, so it reshapes. It takes first 3 elements for the first row, second 3 elements for the second row, and third 3 elements for the third row. Thanks, friends. We'll come back again with another interesting video. Happy learning.